What is up, guys? James here with the Light of Riga YouTube channel, and today I've got another sample reading for us to dive into. Today's question comes from Araluck, and she says, "Hey there, yes, I asked about the growth of my travel startup this year and whether it would be sufficient for me to quit or reduce my day job, so to speak." Alright, thank you, Araluck, for that question, and I wasn't sure how to approach this, so I just invented my own spread. Okay, I'm going to be using the Druidcraft Tarot because I like this tarot for business matters, and we also have our smoky citrine here because, I don't know, it just felt right to have a smoky citrine by our side, and of course we've got the lovely soda light sphere as always. Okay, let me just put those in the corner. So I invented a spread for this, and let's see how it works. This is the first time I'm ever going to use a spread. So let me shuffle the Druidcraft up just a little bit. Give me a moment and I will see how this goes. Alright, one more shuffle and we got this. I'll do a shuffle and then a cut. Alright, there we go. I'm satisfied. I do a lot of shuffling, guys. That's just my style. Okay, let's see here. We got one. Put that in the middle. We're going to have to move you, Smoky Citrine. You can just stay over there by the azurite. There you go. 2, 3, 4. Let's move this to the very top so we can get all the cards in on this action. 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9 aren't going to fit. We're going to go all the way up there, all the way up there. 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's all I can fit. Druidcraft are very large cards. Okay, so that's what I can fit, but I'll bring the cards up to the camera so we can see. Alright, let's see what we got here. A lot of cup energy. A lot of cup energy, some sword energy, no wand energy, so that's a little bit interesting. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so the first card here, this is your primary business objective. The idea that you had when you started this company. I'm getting the sense that this company is very grounded. It provides a tangible product, not something that you can touch, but something that is beneficial to people, and something that's grounded. But I'm getting the sense that this business is not 100% sure of itself. That it's very young and very immature. Of course, she said that she just started it, and I think that's kind of what the Princess of Pentacles is pointing at. That is very young in the development, and I don't know if it was completely thought out to begin with, but I'm definitely seeing that there's some benefit, there's some merits to this business that people might want to use. So I get the sense that it's early in the development of this business. So let's see the second card here. This is the biggest problem facing the business, and the Seven of Swords in this deck makes me think that a big problem with this business is overanalyzing. I think you're spending too much time worrying about how things will go, what will happen, fears that you may have, doubts or worries. So I think you, Araluck, are kind of putting some negative energy into this business by your own ego thoughts, and your negative emotions, your negative thoughts are kind of holding your own business back from expanding, because you're thinking about all the limitation, and when you think about limitation, that is what you're going to get, is limitation. So this Seven of Swords card here is telling me that you might be your biggest hurdle in moving this big business forward. The third card here is your biggest strength, the business's biggest strength. And I think the biggest strength of this business is that there's a fair exchange. The Six of Pentacles here is telling me that you're providing a service and you're charging a reasonable fee for it, and so everyone is happy. Everyone's happy. You get business, the customers get a reasonable fee, and there's a fair exchange. So I think this business is very even keeled, at least financially, and the customers will be appreciative of the business. So that's a good sign. Then we'll come over here to the biggest weakness of the business, and we have the Queen of Cups. Now, while the Queen of Cups tells me that there's the energy of love and creativity and compassion, if we're going to look at this card negatively, and I might have to say that maybe there's too much of that. Maybe there's not enough shrewd business savvy and too much emotion going into this business, too much care, too much love. No, I hate to say too much love. There's no such thing as that, okay? That's not what I mean, but maybe too much emotions are going into this business and not enough action, thoughts, and tangible, practical things. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see here. That's the biggest weakness. Okay, this is what's going to help your business. Okay, we have the Five of Swords. What is going to help your business? I think having more of a ego mindset as far as competition. I think I get the sense there's a lot of competition in your field here, and in order to succeed, you're going to have to be a little bit more cutthroat, a little bit more ruthless, be willing to offer a better service than the other guys, and you sort of set aside your emotions when trying to advance the business, and try to be more tactile, right? Be more tactile. I think that's the word I'm looking for in your approach to your business, and definitely formulate a plan of attack, and don't be afraid to, business is cutthroat. That's how it is. That's how people get ahead. So don't be afraid to be a little bit ruthless with your business plans. Okay, that's what will help your business. This is what's going to hurt your business. And again, we have this cup energy. I think possibly family might get in the way of the business. You have a lot of love for family is what I'm getting from this, and they might take up some of your time, the time required for you to engage in this battle. I hate to call it a battle, but I think in business affairs, that's what it can seem like a lot of times. You have to do battle out there, and having a soft spot for your family is definitely what you have to have. But as far as the business goes, it might hurt the business a little bit, spending a lot of time with family. And also this could have to do with your emotions and being over emotional, right? Which brings us back to the Queen of Cups here. Being too emotional, too emotionally invested in the business to make the shrewd decisions that are necessary. So definitely want to be wary of that. These next three cards are going to look at the future, and I know you're a reader, Araluck, yourself, but for those of you who aren't, whenever I talk about the future, these future cards are saying what's going to happen what probably will happen if the current energies maintain and go into the future. So, of course, the future is not written in stone. You can change any of these things. Just by listening to this reading, definitely you have a possibility of changing the future. So let's see what the future card says. This is the next 3 months of the business. And I'm getting a lot of worry, doubt, fear coming from you. Of course, it's the start of a business, and you're going to have a lot of hurdles, and I think this is saying that you're going to get in your own way. You're going to have a lot of worry, fear, doubt, and of course, everyone's going to have that. And you have to really manage it the best you can so that it doesn't affect you or your business. And just look at this as a chance to grow and expand rather than something that's going to keep you up at night, really. So I think the next 3 months are going to be troublesome, but it's going to be troublesome because of the way you react to it, okay? If you notice the Nine of Swords, this person is causing his or her own nightmares. Okay, so remember, like, how you face the situation is what the situation will be. If you face the situation with open arms, it will be nothing but an easy obstacle for you to handle. This is the 3 months after that, so in 6 months. So from month 4 to month 6, and we have the Eight of Cups, and I see you moving away from your emotions, which is probably a good thing, but I think you're going to I see like a pivot in the business plan here. I see something changing big time, and I see you changing your emotions. You're kind of being fed up with the way things are going, and you're looking for another route. Not to say that the business will fail, but I see something changing in the business, and you being the person who sparks that change. This is not like, the death card where something is changing because of outside forces. This is something you decide to change. So I'm seeing a different strategy, a shift in strategies here, and it's probably from an emotional perspective, an emotional base. And then we have 9 months. So this is going to be the energies of month 7 through month 9. And we have the 9 of Cups, and this is great. I see you really starting to embrace this business. I really see you starting to love this business more. I think you've worked through the hurdles that the 9 of Swords caused by switching up your strategy, and coming to this point here in 9 months, you're going to be more satisfied and more emotionally fulfilled by this business. You asked if you would be able to quit your other job, and I'm not necessarily seeing that. I'm not seeing a lot of money coming from this business as much as emotional fulfillment. And this card especially tells me that it's going to be emotionally fulfilling, but I'm not so certain it's going to be financially profitable in the next 9 months for you to quit your job. So I wouldn't, I mean, this is just speculation, but I wouldn't quit your day job, basically, is what I'm trying to say. My overall thoughts here on this spread is that there's a lot of emotion going into this job, a lot of positive emotions. I think your family is going to hinder you a little bit, but not really. I think there's something that you're going to have to manage. You have to balance your time between your family and your business. I think your biggest obstacle is yourself. We got these swords energies here, and I think you're going to have to really minimize your negative ego thoughts so that they don't get in your own way of successfully launching this venture. But you provide a good service that people are going to be happy with, and I think you're going to be in time ready to make the shrewd decisions and be a little bit more competitive and cutthroat with your business model. So it is a learning process. You're going to learn, and I think this is a good omen. The 9 of Cups, especially here in the 9 month future, I think this points to not being entirely 100% fulfilled, but just really being happy where you are. Still needing a little something to that little something probably would be more profits, but a little something to get you at 100%. But 9 of Cups is a great card to be feeling. So that is my reading for Araluck. I want to thank you, Araluck, for sitting for me, for asking the question, and for providing feedback in the comment section below. I really had fun doing this reading. I got a new spread out of it. So, okay, cool. Thank you very much. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Happy taroting. Peace.